Guys, today we're at the Long Beach High Performance Swap Meet and Car Show in Long Beach, California. Now, this car show is held monthly and you can always find some pretty good deals. And you want to stick around for the whole length of the video today because we're going to be visiting these cars for sale in Long Beach and then headed to Northridge, California for the Studebaker show. This is the 40th annual Studebaker show and I'm super excited to share it with all of you guys. At the swap meet, it's not as large as the Pomona swap meet, but you'll still find quite a few cars for sale. And today's date is April 6, 2025, so keep that in mind before you call any of these car owners if you are interested in purchasing these vehicles. If you love classic cars and want to support my channel, we have a few different ways. If you subscribe, that would be awesome. It's free. And we also have paid memberships available for the first time that you can get access to perks, including live streaming events in the future, which will be available to members. Hello. Beautiful truck. Tailgate does match. I saw him walk up with the tailgate. It does match really well. I was surprised.
Looks like a mattress. All right, we'll take care of it. Yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, I just went. I don't see it, man. I don't go to. Yeah. You know, it's a different crowd. Yeah, I mean, I still see like Buford and some of them guys, but yeah, that lady that's running it, yeah. She just talks. I don't know, the music's loud. Yeah, I know. got back in town Friday. We were off celebration. Yeah, I just got back the week before. 81 years old, guys. Man, sounds
It's clean.
Yeah,
It runs great. It runs great.
Seems like it was done well. It's really good.
We did pull a rookie move this morning.
Gotta tell everybody.
Yeah, it's all good.
Took an hour to get here. We live 2 miles away. It just was going, and then all of a sudden it was like, I'm like, I don't feel like the engine.
Yeah, I would try all the market. The market is all over, like pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
I got
Try that.
Market, I get somebody.
Yeah, out of the lake.
Older guy sent me a guy different kind of praise.
And this here's the solar moon, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that thing with the little cats, yeah, the little cats.
And this is, honestly, this is a really good show. I get some really nice cars here today.
For the price, man.
Yeah, 12.5. That you're gonna sell it. That's a good price. Very good price.
Okay.
Exactamente, eso. Sentir que el aprecio. Ese es exactamente. There was
Para mí, I grew up in I grew up in I grew up in Para mí it's like your home is gonna wherever you meet.
by Firestone and Permanent Florence. Color's pretty similar, huh?
It's
Shiny, huh?
Oh, este año ya se hace así. El que tiene el camión ahí me mandó que...
Long Beach had some really great cars on display, but now we're going to be headed over to the Studebaker show. It's held the same day in Northridge, California. We're going to meet an awesome man who knows all about Studebakers and learn the story of this car. It was great being able to attend this show and see so many awesome Studebakers on display. I love Studebakers, and I'm working on my 1964 Studebaker Avanti. Which is a much newer truck than this. That's amazing. Yeah, thank you. That's just such an ingenious design for 1916, one of the first cars.
Well,
right?
It was
That's cool.
touring cars that Studebaker offered a roadster and a touring, the 7-passenger touring with 2 engines, a 4-cylinder and a 6-cylinder. And so it was a bigger car than like a Ford, than like a Model T. Bigger, heavier, stronger, more motor. But when Studebaker decided to get in the automobile business, they were building wagons, right? So what they did was they bought an existing company, the EMF Flanders in Detroit. Flanders used to work for Henry Ford and was big on the design of the Model T, but there were things that Ford did that he didn't like as an engineer. So he decided to go out on his own and build his own car. So the EMF, and with his name Flanders, built a better light car than the Model T, and then decided to start building bigger, stronger, heavier cars, but with things like the transmissions attached to the differential, for example. And Studebaker liked the engineering. So when they wanted to get in the automobile business, they just bought another company. They bought EMF. So even though this car is a Studebaker, it's the first one that had Studebaker name on the car.
amazing.
It's mostly EMF, and they liked the engineering of it, and they were made in Detroit. But Studebaker had better quality wood than other manufacturers. They had their own forest. So
Their own forest?
yeah, the
That's
type
astounding.
of wood that they used,
Yeah.
like these wheels, like they made wagons for the U.S. Army during the Civil War. You know,
That's fantastic.
so
I
you
did
had
not
to
know
have-
that.
You had
Wow.
to have military grade wheels for artillery, and that translated over so that when they looked at EMF, they liked the chassis, they liked the engine and the running gear, but they didn't like the bodies. So they made their own bodies and they shipped them from South Bend to Detroit to put them together before they moved the manufacturing from Detroit to South Bend.
Wow. So that's amazing. So
So this car, you know, it's all wood frame in here behind the sheet
Oh.
metal. But usually on an antique car, the wood is the first thing to go because it's behind the metal, it gets wet.
yeah.
This car, for 110 years old, is solid as a rock
That's amazing.
because Studebaker made them differently. Each car in those days had its own engineer and its own designer, and they had their own ideas about how to do things. And this car is kind of in between them just getting started and developing the car over the years to, you know, Studebaker had been around for a long time, but it had to be quality enough that the Studebaker name would be perpetuated. It was only in the 1950s that people started looking at the quality had gone down, and General Motors was building cars cheaper than they could, and you know, started changing the view of what a Studebaker was. But back in the day, Studebaker was a quality car. I mean, they went to the trouble of even putting their script in the hubcap, and this was the first year they used it.
Let's see if it focuses. Oh, I hope it's focusing. That's amazing. No, I mean, my car is obviously much newer. I have like one of the newest versions, right?
But
An
that was
Avanti,
the
but-
same thing, you know. Robert Lowy, you know, they had to do something to save the company. And the idea of, because I remember when the Avanti came out, I was just a kid, but it made a big impact because it didn't look like anything else that was on the road. And but I learned later, car club meet, we were at the LA City has their own museum collection before it became the Peterson. They had warehouses where Los Angeles built cars and stuff had been stored but weren't on display. And one of the ladies that was in our car club worked there. She arranged a tour of the facilities. And you know, we're walking around in there. It's just pallet shelves with stuff stacked up. And one of the things I saw was this BMW. Looked like an Avanti. And I said, "What is this?" He said, "Well,
You buy a 50-50,
yes, I did."
you're having it now.
Okay. I found out that Lowy had designed a coupe for BMW. Same design concepts in it, just a little bit different. And you look at it and go, well, that's an Avanti, isn't it? No, it's a BMW. You know, the car still exists. It's still out there. And you look at it and go, okay, this is a designer that had this idea in mind. He was looking for somebody who would build it, you know. And you just stumble across something like that and go, yeah, that's Raymond Lowy's idea of what he was going to do for a car. And this is an aside, the other interesting thing I saw, I was a pilot. And on this pallet, there's this 4-cylinder engine sitting there, a really old one. I'm looking at it, and I asked the docent, I said, "What is this?" He smiled and said, "That's one of the engines from the original Wright brothers airplane. Charles Taylor, the person who designed the motor for the first airplane, this was one of his motors. And what they would do to go on display, like when they went to France and amazed the French, is they would ship the parts over and build the airplane there. So the motor would get shipped there. And when they were done, they left all that stuff behind. So when they did the demonstration in Los Angeles, okay, this is an original Wright Brothers engine, you know, and you just, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you know, you'd go right past it. So
That's amazing.
there's all this stuff out there, if you know where to look. I had a couple of deals with other companies until they got to the point where they bought EMF. And this particular car, the SF model, 4-cylinder, the head is cast into the cylinder block, so there's no head gasket on it. You can't blow a head gasket on it. These are priming cocks. So if the car's been sitting for a while, you open this up,
Okay.
pour some fuel in there, drain it into the cylinder, and that helps it get started when it's been sitting for a while.
Okay, that's good to know.
This is an accessory from the period. This is a whistle. They took out one of the priming cocks. Each one of these is over the top of a valve,
Okay.
which comes up from underneath. So they took off the priming. So when the engine compression comes up, you open this valve. Boop, 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 boop. It has an Ooga horn,
Okay.
like every car did back in the day. But what makes this one pretty interesting, this is the coil, this is the distributor, this is I think a Delco distributor. So you can still get the caps and rotors and points for these new old stock. There are people who have saved it, but you can still get all this stuff new.
That's fantastic.
The fan belt only turns the fan, it doesn't do anything else. This is your water pump down here, and the starter and generator on the other side. They're not driven by a belt. They have a bevel gear that drives off the crankshaft. So you can't lose a belt on any of this stuff. It's all mechanically attached.
Wow. That's amazing.
You want to hear it run?
Yeah, that's such a great design. That's what I love Studebaker, the Studebaker design.
All I have to do is turn the switch on, make sure it's in neutral. Starter button is down here on the floor. Retard the spark, set the throttle.
Wow, she's pretty quiet. It's amazing.
Let's sit there and flip over just like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. They really made these amazing pieces of machinery, and I didn't know that much about them. I mean, I was a Chevy girl growing up. We didn't have, there are not a lot of Studebakers around, so that's cool.
This has a throttle on the top.
Oh, wow.
It has a throttle on the floor.
2 different throttles. That's unique.
And unlike the Ford Model T, the controls are very conventional. Clutch, brake, throttle, and a 3-speed manual shifter on the floor. Whereas the Model T, you had low range, high, reverse, you're working 3 pedals.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to drive one of those. You gotta figure that out.
This is just what we're all used to. But in 1916, this set the bar for
It was
an ordinary car.
the revolutionary design, really. That's amazing. Oh.
It's state-of-the-art for 1916. But that's a motometer. That's your temperature gauge.
That's so cool that I thought it was just a hood ornament.
You look
Okay.
through here, and if you can see this, it's like
Like a thermostat kind of thing?
a thermometer,
Thermometer, okay.
like a mercury thermometer
Okay.
that just sticks itself down in the water.
Uh-huh.
And if you see the mercury rise up to where you can look through the hole, it's hot.
Okay.
So there's no mechanical pieces involved in this.
That's so cool.
You know, and
I love that.
And it has a gas gauge, but it's back here.
Oh, wow. Really?
And the gas.
on both sides. So,
I mean, super pretty one.
Yeah, went back in 1977.
but like me and other guys, so I've got my car.
Hi, good afternoon.
Anyway, well, enjoy your day out here. You're gonna have a lot of fun meeting a lot of students.
Oh, and they won.
These both look like mine.
I call him Dr. Sauerbrand.
They look like mine. This one was.
Ours.
Hello. Beautiful car. I love the truck as well. Oh, you named her Rita. How nice. I love that. Very cool.
Well, I switched it out this weekend.
Beautiful car. Love the Champion. Got the light.
Oh, he went to bed.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, good to meet you. Thank you.
Power Hawk. Nice.
They had a model called a dictator. I think they said in the 40s they decided that was really good. And they stopped showing. They stopped showing that. Dictator. They put those on there.
Studebaker. Gorgeous color. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Very cool.
Yeah, I was Brian as my dad.
It's a board for the oldest car in the show.
The only option they had was
That was it. No rating.
The year previous, it was in the cowl and
Okay.
a gravity feed to the carburetor. So here's your gas gauge.
Oh, amazing. Wow.
So it does have a gas gauge. You just
Does
have
it
to
work?
go out and look at it. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's